Greetings and salutations, internet friends, and welcome back to another episode of the First Time Film Club. My name is Emily, your titular first timer. This is Matthew, my husband, Cinema Sherpa, and viewer submitted title, Mother Flicker.
I like it.
That one was submitted by Codes, one of our amazing mods. Thank you so much, Codes. You too can submit a title for Matthew. Drop it in the comments below using hashtag title. Makes it easier for me to find. Also, of course, this is meow, 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 Pippin. He's our cat. Sometimes he sleeps up here. Sometimes he sleeps on the floor behind the couch. He's a sleeping connoisseur. That's the point. If he disappears, though, that's where he's at. For those of you joining us for the first time, welcome. What we're doing here is watching our way through a very long list of movies that typically I've never seen, but that Matthew has. That being said, my dear, what are we watching today?
Today we are watching our Patreon poll winner of our more family-friendly Halloween movies, and that is the 1989 comedy horror, The Burbs. And as per usual, I give you the year, genre, and title. You go in with whatever you already know about the movie, then we watch it and review it. So, what do you know about The Burbs?
I know it has Tom Hanks in it, and I assume that they're in the suburbs, because that's the name is The Burbs. And I guess, I don't know, ghosts, something spooky's going on in the burbs. The end.
Alright, good deal. You got it. You know a lot. Well, the only other thing for first-time viewers is you may see me with my phone in my hand during the movie. That's because I'm taking notes on things to talk about afterwards. And with that being said, I'm ready to watch The Burbs.
Here we go. Tom Hanks.
Hey, where are you going?
Carrie Fisher. All right. Sorry, I got excited. Corey Feldman. Oh boy. Okay.
It's the 80s, baby.
It's the 80s, baby. Also, Wendy Shaw. That name sounds familiar.
It should.
She in American Dad and stuff?
Yep.
Okay.
She is Francine.
Okay.
I was going to wait for you to hear her voice to see if you recognized her.
Take a step back. Go back to bed. I really hoped he was gonna smack that lady. Just, hey! Oh, he did, okay. Can't tell. Are you a poodle or a bichon?
I believe it's a toy poodle.
Queenie!
Oh, of course that's her name.
Morning, Walter! Good girl. The lawn needed fertilizing anyway.
Meh.
Walter! I love that dude.
Hold on, you are actually wearing them heels. Okay, girl, get it.
Now there's new next door neighbors. What is their name again? The Klopeks?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Slavic name?
I don't know.
Is that Gremlin cereal? Was that a real cereal?
The director of this directed Gremlins.
Oh, okay.
Look at you. You're going to sit around the house all week doing nothing, get bored out of your mind, and go back to work in worse shape than you are now. Please, let's pack up the car and go to the lake. Just get away from here and rest.
Honey, that's not my idea of restful, all right? Hanging around the house, just being lazy, and that's what I want to do.
I agree.
Hang around.
Don't you... Oh.
Art's got a gun.
Oh, Jesus.
So why didn't you go with Suzette to her mother's house?
I'm eating here, okay? Can you imagine me and the two of them alone for a week? I'd rather chew broken glass. How come you're not at work, Ray?
How come you got your mouth open?
Oh, a week off. That's great. Where you
You met the club fix yet, Art?
No. No, I haven't. I did talk to the real estate broad that sold the place. Apparently their last house, it only burnt to the ground.
Neighbors from hell.
Mm-hmm. Seems like you got a lot of those.
Remember when the Naps lived next door? How many conversations did you have with the Naps? I had 2.
Oh,
They
come
didn't
on.
even say goodbye when they moved.
Oh, the Naps were semi-normal. They worked in their yard, they mowed their lawn. There's Klopeks. We don't even know how many of them there are.
There are 3 of them. They only come out. Ricky Butler saw them in their backyard.
What were they doing, honey?
Digging.
Oh.
Kind of like grave diggers.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
This.
I want you to stop spying on the Klopeks.
I want you to stop smacking, all of you.
They're daring each other to ring the doorbell.
Both go inside and say hello. Are you chicken?
Go for it, Mr. Peterson. Yes!
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll go in with you. Sure,
I wish
right.
you'd spit
Okay,
that
no
gum
problem.
out. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, because
thank
it's
you,
annoying
Jesus.
as fuck.
So I was just gonna say, I don't know if I can watch this and be smacking the whole time.
I don't know if you noticed, but there's bars in the basement windows here.
Woo! Well, that's not ominous. That's fine. Run away!
I was doing some thinking.
Don't strain yourself, Corey.
It was a night just like this that had happened. Oh, it was a long time ago, Ricky. You never had to lock your doors. Everybody knew everybody.
That sounds like hell. Everybody knows everybody? Oh my god, no.
Skip had a wife, a couple kids. You know, it got hot that summer. I remember it got real hot. And they start smelling this really vile stench. Firemen show up. They go into Skip's house. You know what they find? What? Skip's family murdered by Skip with an ice pick. You know, these towns are full of those kind of stories. Sometimes they're happening right under your nose.
Ever since his family has moved to this block, I've been noticing a weird kind of odor. Kind of like death.
Stick! Dick! Punch him in the face!
See the fat guy? That's Mr. Weingarten. He thinks the Klopeks are really evil and that they're like building a dungeon in their basement. So he and Miss Rumsfeld decided to do a little snooping around tonight.
Listen, if somebody wants to build a dungeon in their basement, that's their prerogative, okay? Well, that is unusual.
You think?
Just a skosh. Listen, y'all need to stop being pussies and just go over there and be like, hey, what's up with all this?
Oh,
That's
that
what I
they
would
need to-
do.
Oh, sure, okay.
News report now.
I've never seen anybody drive their garbage down to the street and then bang the hell out of it with a stick. I've never seen that.
Watch people put their trash out very often?
You see what they're doing in this thing?
Fair enough,
I'm
fair
pretty
enough,
sure
fair
they do.
enough. I'm gonna go ahead and call it. They ain't doing nothing wrong. They are just normal folks in a fixer-upper. They've got a
think so?
generator down there. Okay. Everything is A-okay.
Hey, cut that out! Oh, there's nothing here. He's got a finger, not a nose, nothing. Give me that. There you go. What are you doing?
Why?
You asked me to help.
You helping the wrong guy.
What happened is the kid spotted us last night when we were sleeping. He got up, he went to the garbage can, he took the body, and then he...
Buried him in the backyard.
Let's get out of here. I hate cul-de-sacs. There's only one way out, and the people are kind of weird. Naked ladies.
Naked ladies?
Does anyone know if Walter left a spare key? He must have gone away and forgot to feed Queenie.
Walter?
This doesn't look good. Signs of a struggle here. TV's still on, chairs turned over. Well,
Yeah, please disturb the scene.
Rats! Dude!
oh, honey, that's not a rat.
It's Walter's toupee.
Oh. I think it's made out of rat.
You know one thing about these old guys. They don't ever leave the house without their hair.
No, sir.
Walter left.
Walter, your dog is at my house. Your window is broken because we all thought that... Walter, I have your dog.
Just slide that hairpiece back in there.
It's a Klopek! Mr. Klopek, hi. Ray Peterson. Listen, I was...
We've already got one. I told him we've already got one.
Art, you had a dream you were going to win.
Demonology.
People are Satanists. As I sit here, they are Satanists. Look, the world is full of these kind of things. Look at this. Black masses, mutilations, the incubus, the succubus. Human sacrifice.
Incubus, succubus.
Ray, do you want him to take your family, kidnap them, tear their livers out, and make some kind of satanic pate?
No, I'm not going to listen to this.
Ray, you're chanting. I want to kill everyone.
Nope.
Satan is good. Satan is our pal.
Satan is good. Satan is our pal.
That's a t-shirt right there.
Carol.
I hope this is a dream. I mean, it's my dream.
Nice of you to invite the new neighbors over for a barbecue.
Oh, Ray Peterson, whatever you do, don't let them do to you what they did to me.
Ooh.
Good old business!
Okay.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. It's a beautiful day for a neighbor. I have always wanted to have a neighbor.
It's at that moment he decided he wanted to be Mr. Rogers in a movie.
Oh yeah.
We wrote a note. We slipped it under their door. We rang the bell and then we ran.
Stupid Eddie! I can't believe you!
Oh my.
See, they're gonna think that I did it. Yeah, they are.
Why?
Because the old guy, he saw me write a note and put it underneath Walter's door, so now they're gonna think that I did it!
Do you know what this is? It's a femur. Femur just happens to be a human thigh bone, Ray. Where the hell did Vince get this?
He dug it up from underneath the fence.
Ray, this is Walter.
So stupid. Oh my god. Just leaned into it. I love it.
Now, before somebody falls off a roof or sets themselves on fire, I think we should go over there, knock on their door, and invite ourselves in for a nice neighborly chat. Get to know these people like we should have done a month ago.
Yeah. Sometimes you can use bone meal in your garden to help plant growth.
Okay, sure.
I can't believe we've lived here a whole month and we haven't come by to say hello.
Brumsfield's the name. Don't think I caught yours, Sonny. Hans. My Uncle Reuben.
Well, how do you do?
Damn it, now I want a Reuben.
They're in there, all right. We're all just standing around.
Oh, great.
Oh my god. You two. Stop. Act like you got some sense.
Sure was damp today.
Jesus. Hey, pretzels.
Sardine?
Awesome, thank you.
No thanks.
I'm trying to cut back.
Sardine?
Absolutely. Sardines are delicious.
No.
Uh-huh. And just slide her on there. That's a snack right there. I'd probably go with potted meat first, but sardines a good second.
What's wrong with you?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever did the sound design for this, I hate them.
So what kind of doctor is this brother of yours, Rube?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Oh, I love him.
Ah, we have guests.
Hello.
Oh, pardon my dog.
That's just paint.
I really must apologize for the paint. I was just touching up one of my pictures. I find painting relaxes me.
Same.
Why don't we just cut all this flight crap, all right? What's the weird goddamn noise you got coming out of here all the time?
I think that we should go.
What have you got in the cellar here, Klopek?
Wow.
I have to use your bathroom.
Ray, remember night before last? You said they were digging. Don't open that. Ray.
Oh, it's a puppy. There he goes.
Another neighbor. A pet one.
After the dog came up out of the basement, I found it wedged between a bunch of magazines, all of which, I might add, were addressed to Walter. I'm going over the fence, and I'm not coming back till I find a dead body.
Jesus. I think Corey Feldman killed Walter, and he killed his parents.
Oh, okay.
I got it all figured out.
All right.
Are you sure you know what you're doing, Art? Ray, electricity is our friend.
I thought Satan was our pal. You're an idiot.
I'm all right. Ow! Ooh, look at my fingers. My fingernails are black.
Just got a random splash of red paint. That's not paint. That's the blood of his parents.
Oh, okay.
Why don't we go check the house? It's probably a lot cooler in there.
Yeah, I don't know why y'all didn't check there first.
It's locked. Hey, give me a credit card.
That's a deadbolt. I don't think that works for deadbolts.
Where did you learn how to do that?
I don't know how to do this.
Yep.
Ray, do the words breaking and entering mean anything to you?
You're breaking and entering regardless.
Look at the size of this furnace.
What the hell does he need a furnace like this for?
A thermostat on a home furnace. Is that supposed to go to 5,000 degrees, you think? They got this whole place wired with batteries.
There's gotta be 40 of them.
Look, we got power here.
He's makes pottery.
Yo, Rumsfeld!
Oh shit!
That's loose dirt.
I burned his body up in the furnace and then buried his bones right here.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, you guys can't go now. It's the best part. I called the pizza dude. All right.
Ah, the pizza dude. Rock on, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That was metal. Hey!
It's probably a pipe.
We found Walter. I'll be up in just a minute. Stay there. Oh, yeah! We found him!
Art! Look!
Mm-hmm.
Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's not in the basement? Walter! He's back!
Thanks.
Get brought the police. With coppers! Yeah, you broke into their home, you dummies! Mm-hmm.
Hey, Walter showed up in the cook pits. I got Ricky down there. He's looking at. I hit the gas line. I run! We hit a pipe. There's all kinds of gas. It's gonna move!
Wow.
Ray.
Man, Gray. I'm sorry. Mind your own business.
Hell, before it blew, you found it, right?
Found what?
You got a lawsuit on your hands, mister.
Well, what about the wig? They found a wig in this house. His wig.
Topics were picking up his mail for him. Seems that the doctor somehow got that wig mixed up with the newspapers and the letters.
Mm-hmm.
Destruction of public property, 3 counts of criminal trespassing, harassment, assault, vandalism.
Uh-huh.
And that poor old man claims he's got a ransom note that says you kidnapped his dog.
They may think they're off the hook, but they're not. No, they're not. Are they, Ray? No, go ahead, tell them.
Shut up, Art! Shut up! They didn't do anything to us. No, they're different, so they keep to themselves. Can you blame them? They live next door to people who break into their house.
Exactly.
I don't know what to say. What, do you want me to move?
No, I want you to go to jail. I want all 3 of you to go to jail.
I've been blown up. Take me to the hospital. Take me to the hospital. I'm sick.
What the hell?
Do it himself.
Classy.
You may have fooled the others, Mr. Peterson, but you don't fool me. You were in my basement. You saw one of my skulls belong to a neighbor of yours. The name was Nap. Now I want my skull.
Yay! You leave Hans alone! He's driving this murder mobile.
The man confessed they murdered the Nap. You don't have any evidence at all.
Do now.
Uh-oh. All right. Okay. That doesn't look great, but...
I think the message to psychos, fanatics, murderers, nutcases all over the world is do not mess with suburbanites. We're out to get them, Don. We are out to get them.
So, what are you going to do now?
Go up to the lake.
No, you're going to prison.
Hey, you guys, you want to go down to Bolorama for a beer or something?
No, I want you to go to jail.
God, I love this street.
Oh. Okay. Full on fourth wall break. Interesting. Interesting choice. Huh.
So that was the Burbs.
That was a mess.
Overall thoughts?
I mean, it was funny at parts. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed looking at Carrie Fisher.
Oh my.
The...
Same.
And also Wendy Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
Or Shale. I don't know how she says
I think it's
it.
Shaw.
And Henry Gibson. He's precious and I love him. Also, there were cute dogs. There was, like 3 different cute dogs. It was great. If they didn't go to jail... there were funny parts. The whole... Whoa!
Oh, the zoom in, zoom out with the femur bone.
That was hilarious.
Ray, this is Walter.
Like, it's so stupid and I love that. I'm just saying, like, okay, murder is bad, but...
Yes. Where you going with this?
Henry Gibson's so cute.
Oh, okay. That just excuses it, huh?
No. I'm trying to figure out who's the bad guy in this movie. Like, I guess that's the whole point, right? Crazy, what is that called? Overly suspicious for no real reason.
Well, no, they had reasons.
Did they though?
They found a human bone, femur.
Did they ever actually check to see if it was a human? They just made some bold assumptions, and then
they were right.
And then they broke into those folks'
They were wrong
house.
about Walter, but they were right about the Klopex.
But I just don't like them. That's my take.
They're
designed to be assholes.
Well, yeah, they're assholes. They're like very nosy neighbors.
Yeah.
Type. But in the end, they were right. So.
Barely. I mean, I'm mad about it, but whatever.
What you mad about?
I wanted them to get in trouble because they did bad stuff.
Well, the Klopex murdered. So what you're saying is everybody in the movie
is an asshole.
It's terrible.
Everybody
except for Carrie Fisher.
Yeah, she's the exception. Everybody else should go to jail, though. The end.
Well, all right then.
Favorite parts. Definitely the whoa. That was funny. Least favorite. Mouth noises.
Yeah, that made Art like the most obnoxious person in the whole entire movie. I can't stand it. And it's also a thing, I mean, I'm sure they like do it in this movie to play it up.
Yeah.
To be obnoxious. Like that's the point of it. But it's one of those things that always irks me in movies. And I don't know if it's actors doing it or it's
sound
directors saying like we need like you see them eating, but it's like, but we really need to
hear you masticate.
Yeah.
It hurts me to my core.
It's like, you don't have to go that far. We get it. They're eating. I don't need to hear the noises.
Yeah. Like, I'm well aware. I can see it. I can see it. The sardine scene was rough when he started chewing. That was when I had to take my earbuds out. That was a sardine too far. Okay. That was too much. Yeah. So talk to me about notes. You got any?
So this was directed by Joe Dante, who He did Gremlins 1 and 2, but you haven't seen those.
We've recently realized that I haven't actually seen Gremlins.
Yes. The Howling. I think the only movie of his that he's done that you might have actually seen is Small Soldiers.
With the toys?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie. I like that. Did you laugh at me? That's a good movie, boy.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just laughing at the fact that you know Small Soldiers and not Gremlins.
Like, I'm aware of Gremlins.
Yeah,
like
I know.
I know what is.
It's funny to me.
That's about right. I've seen a lot of random ass weird movies, but like some of the bigger name things, I'm like.
Yeah. So this movie was shot in sequence.
Oh, okay.
They did it. That's because they shot it during a writer's strike.
Oh.
So, in order to they shot it in sequence so it was easier to see if things didn't add up, like so they could fix it in the script.
Yeah.
And also because of shooting it in sequence, and because of the writer's strike, Joe Dante, the director, encouraged everyone to ad-lib and improvise a lot. Like there was a lot of improvised things. Art's thing, Satan is good, Satan is our pal. He ad-libbed that. Tom Hanks picking up the gurney and throwing it into the ambulance and getting into himself.
Good.
He ad-libbed that. Bruce Dern, the whole pulling the wallpaper thing, that wasn't it. Just doing it.
The Satan is our pal thing, that was funny. The gurney thing, that was funny. The wallpaper pissed me off. I was like, how dare you come into somebody's house? No home training.
Yeah. So because of the writer's strike, the screenwriter of the movie could not consult and give any notes or add any changes or anything. But the director found a way around that. He hired him as an actor. So he was on set.
Oh, nice.
So he could just...
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart.
Kind of skirt around that.
I gotta tell you, I'm pretty upset that my Corey Feldman murderer take didn't pan out. I just knew that we were just setting the Kopechs up as a red herring and Feldman is the true murderer all along. But it didn't. It wasn't the case at all.
You were wrong.
Well, I'll write my own movie.
Okay.
And there'll be blackjack and hookers.
Calm down, Bender. That didn't pan out, but there were alternate endings to this movie. And one of those alternate endings was that the Kopechs killed Ray in the end.
Okay.
And were found innocent.
Okay.
And basically got away with it.
Oh, I want to watch that.
But what I read was that was the original ending in the script.
That's beautiful.
But once Tom Hanks was cast as Ray, they were like, yeah, we can't do that. People don't want to see Tom Hanks die.
That's not true. I do. Like, okay, that sounded mean.
Yeah.
Not Tom Hanks, this particular character he played.
But they figured audience would not like that.
You're wrong. Okay, you're wrong. I want your take on that. What would you have preferred? Which ending? Now, don't say something just to be contrarian.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking that would have been a more like that's the original ending they wrote in the script. So I would have preferred to see that because like a double switcheroo. It's where the whole time you're thinking they're just overreacting. They're not, they're reading too much into things. It's like sure the family's creepy, but they're not. But then it turns out that they are.
Yeah.
And then it turns out the Ray gets killed, and they get turned innocent. So
that's beautiful. I would have loved that. In my head, that's what happened.
Okay. Well, you keep that in your head, Kenan. Well, yeah, you said you would like to see Ray meet his demise.
Also, art. More so art than Ray,
I would say art more so than Ray.
Yeah, definitely. But if I have to choose either or none, I'll
take
take
Ray a long time to get there, and it wasn't until he found the hairpiece that he believed something was really nefarious going on.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you clarified that it's the character Ray and not Tom.
I love Tom Hanks. He's
because
awesome.
Apparently, like everybody got along on set, and everybody liked Tom Hanks. I read that he once the movie wrapped, he bought everybody sunglasses and wrote them all personal notes saying thank you.
That's so sweet.
Apparently, they all got along. The only thing I read about someone not getting along was Tom Hanks and Rick Dukeman, art, and I think it was a interview with Joe Dante. He just said something about that Rick really knew how to push Tom Hanks' buttons and did it
He
off
seems
screen.
like that. He seems like he'd be...
Well, it may have also been like a actor choice because their relationship is kind of contentious, especially at the end when Tom Hanks blows up on him. So it may have been a choice by Rick to push his buttons intentionally so
Get in that headspace.
the anger at the end felt more natural.
Maybe. Was he in Blank Check?
Yeah. Man, I haven't seen that movie in forever, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the one that
Like the
the kid hired, the limo driver.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I think I've actually asked that question about this actor in another movie that we watched. I can't remember what it was.
Probably Groundhog's Day or Last Action Hero, I think he was in as well.
May have been that one. May have been Last Action Hero. Oh, sorry. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the notes. Oh, you noticed Wendy Shaw's name, and I figured you might. I was hoping you would either recognize the name or recognize the voice because she does play the voice of Francine on American Dad, and she has said that she only got that part because Seth MacFarlane is a huge fan of this movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
Her and Tom Hanks is the only other thing I read that, not that they didn't get along, it's just she said that Tom Hanks was very confused by her performance and didn't get it. And in his personal note that he wrote with all the sunglasses, he wrote, "I still don't know what were you doing. It was nice working with you."
What? What do you mean what she was doing? She was the eye candy. She was the opposite of the crazy military man.
Whatever she was doing, it worked for me.
Like, I mean, what was Carrie Fisher doing, you know? What were any of y'all doing?
I don't know. I don't. I'm confused by his confusion, but that's just what I read.
All right.
And that's what she said.
Okay, Tom. Okay.
Oh, this was shot on the Universal backlot, and as such, it was during the writer strike. So they said it was a ghost town, but another big like money earner for Universal is their tours of the lots. And so they said they were constantly being interrupted by tour groups coming through, so they had to stop and then we'll go. And apparently right behind them was the tour for Jaws, and that includes some like animatronics and some like voiceovers that come over the PA. So apparently at some point in the movie you can hear the Jaws tour. Like there's a part where someone in the Jaws movie is screaming help, help, and it's in this movie and they just left it in because they said made it sound
That's hilarious. I love it.
Speaking of this being shot on the Universal backlot, this is also the same set street where a lot of other shows were filmed, like The Munsters, Leave It to Beaver.
Wow, okay.
Actually, the street sign when the camera first pans in, it's Mayfield Place on the street. That's Mayfield is the town where the Cleavers, lived.
Okay. I don't think I've ever actually watched an episode of Leave It to Beaver, so.
Oh wow, I used to watch it all the time. I think it was on Nick at Night?
I don't know. I watched The Ponderosa.
Okay.
And Matlock.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Sometimes Murder, She Wrote.
I was about to say, what about Murder, She Wrote?
Yeah. Me and my grandma, we had a schedule.
Oh, my grandmother loved Murder, She Wrote. Anyway, Queenie, the little toy poodle, the dog, that is the same dog that played Precious. What's that name of the dog? Precious in Silence of the Lambs.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's a pretty famous dog. It's a pretty famous dog. You're doing great. You're doing great.
So I think that pretty much covers it for notes and things. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Anything else that stood out?
No, I mean, I've already said my favorite, least favorite. But what about you? Do you have any favorite, least favorites?
Yeah, like you said, the femur bone with the zoom in, zoom out while they're screaming is very corny and campy, and I
appreciate that.
Found it very funny. One of the small things, I don't know why it tickles me so much, but it's whenever Ray is having his dream sequence and he's being barbecued, and Walter comes out of the trash can with an axe in his hand, and he's holding
the dog.
The dog has a little axe in his head.
That was great.
I don't know why that always tickled me. Just a little accent.
It's funny, that's why.
I really like what they did with the Universal logo in this movie. Like the animated bit in the beginning where the Universal logo is spinning
Turns
and then it basically, it pans all the way, it zooms all the way down into the suburbs, and then at the end it zooms all the way back out. So it's like a nice little bookend on the movie.
That was actually pretty cool.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught it in the first watch through. I've seen this movie I don't know how many times. This was one I watched a lot as a kid. There's a good bit of foreshadowing, especially from Carrie Fisher, like especially at the part where she says, you know, before anybody falls off a roof or sets themselves on fire, let's just go talk to him. And then later on,
sure enough,
later on, he falls off the roof when he's on the lookout, and then Ray blows himself up.
The minute she leaves, everything falls to pieces.
But those are some of my favorite parts.
Okay.
You want to give it a rating?
Yeah. This is one of those that if you would have asked me to rate it right after we finish, would have been lower than since we've talked. I'm going to give this one, I'm going to give it a 7. It's just a clean 7.
Just a clean 7.
Yeah. But yeah, what about you?
I'm going to give this one an 8.
Okay.
Yeah. There is like I said, I watched this movie a lot as a kid, so there is a nostalgia factor component
That's totally
factored
fine.
into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8 for me.
Okay. Pippin. Gets me every time. Pippin. What is it? Huh?
Oh.
What would you rate this one? 10 beans. 10 beans, he says. Now give me the scritch so I can go back to sleep. All right, so a 7, an 8, and 10 beans. Oh, you give me high five. That means you get a scritch. That's how that works. Well, I think that's about it, unless you have anything else.
No, I don't. I'm good.
Okay. Well, guys, if y'all have any fun tidbits, behind the scenes information, any of that, please, drop them in the comments. Let us know. What would you rate this one? Which ending would you have preferred? The one that is, or the one that was originally written? So, I'm just curious to see how who else wanted Ray to
the character Ray.
The character Ray, not Tom Hanks.
Be very careful.
Leave Tom Hanks alone, y'all. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so you can stay up to date on all the Summerlin Bay shenanigans. You have nothing else?
I'm good.
I never have anything. Pippin's back to sleep. You guys, take care. We will see you next time with another First Time. Bye. Satan's our pal.
Satan is good.